Coming at you live from SouthPoint Church in beautiful South Haven, Mississippi, it's the New Year's Eve Swinging Spectacular. Welcome your hosts, Hal Roker and Phoebe Simpson.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Hal Roker, and joining me tonight, the wonderful, the beautiful Phoebe Simpson. How are you, Phoebe?
I'm wonderful. How are you, Hal?
I am so good. Tonight is the best night of the year. Yes. It is our New Year's Eve Swinging Spectacular. We've got a lot going on, and you're never on this side of the camera.
I know, they always like to keep me on that side of the camera because if I'm on this side, then I just outshine everybody else. So, sorry to break it to you, you're not going to be the star tonight.
Totally fine, and you are shining and stunning. Tonight, guys, is the last night of the year. In fact, the last hour of 2022. We have so much in store for you, and even if your year wasn't the best or was the greatest, mine was pretty great. Yours, Phoebe?
Well, my year kind of sucked, but it's okay because we only have one more hour and we can get through this together. Tonight we'll be hitting the streets and asking some hard questions and hearing some pretty hilarious answers, in my opinion.
Very funny.
And then we're going to have the best recipe for 2023, and then we're also going to have a segment of 2022 Year in Review. And don't forget, we're even going to have some bands. Some regionally known bands come in.
Regionally known?
Regionally known.
Oh, that's pretty awesome.
Yes.
Look at that
and
budget.
Guess what?
Ooh.
We even got Pastor Craig Wendell to come on the show tonight.
Was Joel Osteen not available?
No, we couldn't get him, but it's okay. Just roll with it.
Oh, okay, cool. Yes, it's going to be a great time. We are so excited. And at the stroke of midnight, a few seconds before, we will be dropping our very own New Year's Eve ball. That's right. Who needs New York this time of year? Right here, South Haven, Mississippi, at SouthPoint Church, our very own ball drop. So don't go anywhere.
So sit back, relax, grab your fam, grab your favorite matching PJ sets, and get ready for our first band of the night. Joining us all the way from Snowflake Falls, Katie and the Jets.
To worship, come bring your song. God's done great things, and He's not done. Let the sound of heaven come and flood the earth. Let the saints rise up as your glory fills the church. For the Lord is good, and His love endures forever. He is always good, and His love endures forever. Praise God, from whom all blessings flow. Praise Him, all the earth below. He is worthy, worthy. Praise God, all you heavenly hosts. Praise Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. He is worthy, worthy. Praise God. Praise God. He is worthy, worthy. Praise God. Praise God. For blind eyes open, for the lost ones saved. We raise our hands and we magnify His name. For the Lord is good, and His love endures forever. He is always good, and His love endures forever. Praise God, from whom all blessings flow. Praise Him, all the earth below. He is worthy, worthy. Praise God, all you heavenly hosts. Praise Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. He is worthy, worthy. Praise God. Praise God. He is worthy, worthy. Praise God. Praise God. He is worthy, worthy. And on that day, when the trumpet sounds, every eye will see, and every knee will bow. All the glory and power to Christ our King. He reigns forever, all creation sing. Praise God, from whom all blessings flow. Praise Him, all the earth below. He is worthy, worthy. Praise God, all you heavenly hosts. Praise Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. He is worthy, worthy. Praise God. Praise God. He is worthy, worthy. Praise God. Praise God. He is worthy, worthy. Praise God. Praise God.
This is for the lost and lonely, for the broken and afraid. This is for those who are hurting, hoping help is on the way. In these battles of addiction, when fear is chasing after me, whatever trouble I am facing, I will lift my hands and sing. I believe in a miracle power, in a wonder-working God. I'm filled with the Holy Spirit, working wonders in my heart. I belong to a loving Father. I'm a friend of Christ, His Son. When it feels like I won't make it, I call on Jesus. Sometimes it's so hard being human. So much struggle, so much pain.
Yes, there is.
When I start singing hallelujah,
Say goodbye to every shame.
I believe in a miracle power, in a wonder-working God. I'm filled with the Holy Spirit, working wonders in my heart. I
That was great. Who knew there was more from Mississippi than just teen pregnancy and Common Core?
I agree. I mean, it was a little pitchy for my taste, but anything's better than country music, in my opinion.
Absolutely. These producers are amazing. If this is just the start of the show, could you imagine what, wait. I think we're getting a live test that we're ready to check out where the ball is being made to get all that stuff ready. Okay, Phoebe, why don't you give us a count to do this?
Okay.
This will be great.
Are you guys ready? 3, 2, 1.
All right, guys. How's it sound? How's it looking? Guys, how we doing out there? Looking great? Sounding great? Bueller? Hello?
Well, moving on. We'll just have to use our imagination to pretend like what it's going to be like tonight.
Absolutely. Would you mean like when we had no working bathrooms because of the fire kind of imagination?
We don't talk about that, Hal. We don't talk about that. All right, moving on. Earlier today, we hit the streets, and man, oh man, these answers did not disappoint. Let's take a listen.
Check it out.
Welcome to Man on the Street. We're here to ask some questions. It's going to be great. So, what's your name?
Anita.
Hey, Anita. I'm Carson.
I'm Tori.
Hey, Tori. All right, so a quick question for you. How many stars are on the American flag?
It's how many states it is.
Who's the first president of the United States?
If there are 10 puppies and all but 8 died, how many puppies are left?
All right, Adrian, you ready? Super simple. Who is the 20th president of the United States?
Hold on.
What century was Ben Franklin the president?
The first.
Correct. Who's on the $20 bill?
What was the name of the ship in the movie Titanic?
No, it was HMS Titanic.
How long does it take you to get to LA from California?
Oh, no, but... No time. LA is LA.
Oh!
How many oceans are there?
5, 4.
What is Obama's last name?
That is his last name.
Correct. Hold on.
Weather update in South Haven, Mississippi is cold. My toes are freezing off. I can't feel my nose, and snot is running down my face.
Asking people's tougher than I thought. I'm going to go ask some more.
Okay, what is the nation's capital?
Of what? Wait, what nation? Like
USA.
Washington, D.C.?
Good job. Okay. Only him? What's your favorite song?
Jingle Bells.
Jingle Bells, yeah! If you're traveling 60 miles per hour and you've been driving for an hour, how far have you traveled?
In an hour? How many miles? An hour.
How many miles have you driven?
60 miles.
Good job. Thank you.
How do I tell my parents I'm adopted?
You don't.
Correct. Okay, Marie, how many colors are in the rainbow?
I don't know, 6, I think.
How do I tell my parents I'm adopted?
Uh,
Hold on. In what century was Ben Franklin the president?
I do not know.
Take a guess. Just any guess.
Ben Franklin?
Yes, Ben Franklin.
Do you know it?
1 to 21st. Just take a guess.
1 to 21st?
Yeah.
I'm going to go with the 17th. I don't know.
I like it. It's perfect. Thank you. Correct. Thank you, guys. Thanks, Ben. Thanks, Maddie. If you're not involved in Glow Up on Wednesday nights from 6 to 8:30, doors open at 6, we're starting at 6:30, you gotta be here. What are you waiting for? Glow Up is our amazing student ministry here. We take the Bible seriously. We jump into God's Word. We have worship. We have such a great time with the reality checks. We have this amazing thing called Clan Wars, and we are epic. It is so much fun. Now, we took a break for the holidays, but we are back on January 11th right here at SouthPoint. So I hope you're having a great New Year's Eve. I can't wait for 2023, and it's going to be great. So 6:30 right here January 11th.
The end of a year and the start of a new year always has uncertainty. Where will our finances be? How are the kids doing? What are those resolutions we're gonna make? And resolutions are so tough because of the pressure of what the world will bring. And so we gave everybody an opportunity to answer some questions about not only what does South Point mean to them, what did 2022 mean to them, what are they most looking forward to, and where God showed up. Let's take a look.
South Point means to me is like learning about God and learning that about the Bible.
Acceptance and belonging, it means home.
Family.
Basically just a family.
All responses go through me.
Kind of like the island of misfit toys. There's a place for everybody.
Well, she just told me all responses go through her, so.
We know that's not accurate.
To me, South Point is a place where I can go away from home and it'll still feel like home.
South Point is like a second family and very much a safe place. South Point to me means a second chance.
South Point to me is my church, my community, my home.
It's a church that is welcoming to anyone and everyone, where I can come in and not feel judged.
To me, South Point is a place where we can call each other family.
Friendships, relationships, connections.
What South Point means to me is probably like family and never giving up.
It's a safe place where you can trust God.
Place that I can really call home and keep coming to. And it's just full of joy and people I really, really care about.
God has definitely got us through some terrible times with our family the last year, and we wouldn't have made it through it without him.
This year, I've felt that I've heard God's voice more than ever.
Probably just me being with a certain job for 18 years and another business opportunity came in my lap, and now I get to be home with my kids more.
Finances.
Definitely in our finances.
God has shown up in people, the people that he's put around us as a family.
Here at South Point, God has really showed up and shown out.
I would kind of say all around, like just with the youth ministry in general.
Just in our life, everyday life, our friends, our family.
I've felt God more this year than I have in the last 40.
I would say that God has shown up this year for us as a promise keeper.
I have seen God show up the most in my relationships over the last year.
Raina, what's family mean to you?
I don't know.
You don't know?
People that just love you and accept you for who you are.
It means adventure to me.
The ability to be myself with a group of people that I want to do life with.
Being accepted regardless of whatever brokenness you come from.
Being family means loving me without me having to perform for you.
Like you could persevere through any hard times, and you could go to them to ask for help for anything, and they're just always there for you.
It's not just a benefit. You love me because you love me, and that's what makes you family to me.
The group of people that you can always go to and trust.
Family, trust is God every day.
But it's not just family. I think friends kind of include in that, and honestly, the closer they are, the better I love them.
The different ministry opportunities that God has allowed me to participate in.
I am so grateful for his promises.
Raina, what are you most thankful for?
My dad and my mama.
I'm thankful for the struggles that life brings because it gives us an opportunity to grow.
The friends that kind of helped me get through middle school.
I'm thankful that I get to do life with this church and my family and work and everything else.
My family. And my sanity.
I'm just so grateful that I serve a Father that created this beautiful, complex mind. Not only created it, but speaks to it.
I'm excited to see God move big time.
I'm excited for a new start next year.
I'm excited to go to 4th grade.
Growing in our own way with our walk with the Lord.
Definitely a lot of personal growth in all aspects, and of course, Eagle Rock with Glow Up.
Our Disney trip.
Our Disney trip.
Well, I'm excited for our new cousin.
Anticipating what God's going to do in the new year.
So I am looking for God to do some super things, because when he frees my money up and gets me debt free, I can give more to South Point, and we can then continue to give to everyone else.
I'm excited to see what the new chairs feel like and how comfortable they can be. And hopefully get this project done over here so we can actually bring the community in.
I'm excited about this next year because I'm having a baby.
What?
I'm just kidding. Please cut that.
And we had a few people that couldn't make it here for the filming of those testimony videos. And so we had a poll online, and we're gonna read some of those answers for you right now. So for the question, what does South Point mean to you? We had a few answers from multiple people. One was a family of choice, which is just so wonderful, and it's something we really live by. And another person said a home away from home where people from all different families can come together as one new family. And then we had another one, very similar. They all had very similar answers for this one. South Point is a family of choice and a house of love. There is no greater place than that. And those are just some of the great answers for question number 1. Question number 2 was, where have you seen God show up the most over this last year? And one answer was, my awesome job, so freeing with time and constraints. The next answer was all home away from home, where people, oh no, I meant to say I have grown my relationship with God by reading the Bible more and praying a lot more.
Wow. Wow.
And that's a really good one. It's
That
one of my
is.
favorites. And another answer that we had, honestly, in my job and my college, I know my previous choice was a flunk. As I'm finally getting to do what I've been ignoring my entire life, I never thought the days I kept baking in middle school and high school were actually that God gifted me with. I've always thought I had to do something strictly in math/creatively, not knowing that baking was all the same more.
Man, such great stuff. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Thank you guys so much for sharing those stories. I genuinely love just hearing the different life stories and different views and points of views from different people. Now listen, thank you so much for hanging out with us this late Saturday evening. We are having a good time, and the ball is being prepared to drop and step into the whole new year. The reason I'm on here is to tell you that in about roughly 15 minutes, I have a word for you. I feel like it's a great word to help launch us, not just launch us into 2023, but to sustain us through 2023. So, stay tuned. Don't go anywhere, because I'm coming back at you in this gaudy jacket. What?
Man, I'm pretty excited about Craig's word. I think it's going to be awesome. I think Pastor Craig's going to do some great. I cannot wait.
Yes. Do you think? Wait a second. Do you think that he's gonna use the Bible in his message?
It's a maybe.
Oh, yeah. Sometimes he does kind of go off track a little bit.
He does. He likes to do that. Well, I think I'm hearing that we have got another check on the set to get ready for the ball drop. This is gonna be great. Okay, so let's. Okay, so this is gonna work this time, right? Because it didn't look. Okay, we're okay. All right, we're going live. Here we go. Okay, are you ready for another countdown?
Yep,
Let's do it. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Let's check it out. All right, guys. How's it sound? How's it looking? Guys? Out there. Great? Sounding great? How we doing out there? Looking great? Sounding great? Bueller? This is at South Point Church. Ball drop. So don't go anywhere. I think they're gonna work it out. I feel confident we've got the best production crew and engineers that $5 could buy. So it's gonna be great. We're excited. It'll be good. It's time to go live now to the next band, and these guys rock. You've heard them. You love them. Give it up for the Young Guns.
was on fire. I mean, literally, did you see all that haze in there?
It was billowing out of the room. It was awesome. It was great.
So cool. Don't you need to go get changed?
I do. I'll be back. See you guys.
All right, well, how is going to get changed? We have something really exciting coming up for you. Nothing kicks off a new year like something new to eat. Whether you're a fan of black-eyed peas, greens, or cornbread, we've got some brand new recipes just for you. So let's go in and watch Hal Roker and give it up for Charlie Ramsey.
On today's show, Chez Charlie Ramsey prepares a sumptuous brunch feast consisting of various proteins, leafy vegetables, and the fabulous potato. Sponsored by the Idaho Diabetes Awareness Fund, bringing critical awareness to the American masses since 1973. Welcome to Cooking with Crisco, featuring Chez Charlie and guest flapjack enthusiast Carson Kruger.
All right, everybody, thank you, Phoebe, for pitching it to us. We are live here in studio, and you know what? The best thing about New Year's Day is getting up and eating food. But the best thing for me is I get to eat food with a pretty awesome guy. So today, you guys are getting a treat. Tomorrow morning, you're gonna wake up, you're gonna be ready to go, and I have with us celebrity chef Charlie Ramsey, man. Welcome.
Thanks
Welcome
for having me, man.
I'm
Thank you.
so excited you're here, and you've got something you've been perfecting over the last couple of weeks, a brand new dish you're gonna unroll tonight.
Yes, we got 2 hangover helpers.
The hangover helper?
We've got a crunch wrap breakfast sandwich and a Philly cheesesteak bagel that'll knock your socks off.
I'm in for a Philly cheesesteak bagel, though.
Yes.
Okay, so for all you Northerners watching, don't change the channel. You're gonna want to watch this. It's gonna be great. Just kind of lean into the Southern a little bit. Okay, so you've made this recipe before. I am here to help you. So what are we starting with? We got our awesome Blackstone here, ready to go. Not a sponsor, should be a sponsor. What are we starting with?
We need to get some of our sausage on there.
Okay, some of our sausage. Okay, I got it. So we're getting with some of this beautiful, man, we've cooked some of this, but look.
Yes, yeah, get some of
great.
that
Just
on there.
Right
We're gonna
on.
get
some,
some.
that sizzle. That sizzle's it, man. That's
We're
the
gonna
start.
get some of this potato on there.
Okay, I like it. Now, how did you come up with this idea? What was the thought process behind this amazing dish?
Well, it kind of goes back to my favorite drink.
Ooh, okay.
I'm gonna show y'all how to make a Bloody Mary.
Okay.
This is the way you make a Bloody Mary. You take the cans right here and you put them right in the trash. Because only heathens drank Bloody Marys.
Only heathens, okay.
Now we're moving on.
Okay, we're moving
we
on.
need a little bit of egg here.
A little bit of eggs, okay, I got it.
Let's just, hold on, we gotta get some butter down there.
Get some butter, okay. Get some butter, okay. You gotta see, this is why he's the one cooking, not me.
Yes.
Because he knows this, he's done this before. All right, so you came up with this idea with just a couple of, just kind of experimenting through it.
Yes.
Right, what was the idea to change out just a little bit of it?
No, just a little bit.
Just a little bit? All right, how
there
about
we go,
that?
that'll work, that'll work.
So how did you come up with this idea when you were thinking about like the bagel with a Philly cheesesteak? Because I know you are a meat guy. You love yourself a good meat.
This portion of the program was sponsored by the Mangalang Family Foundation, lard for the masses since 1673.
1 in 2 church people are suffering from chronic Christian constipation, or CCC. This disorder can cause spiritual spasms, which are brought on by fits of judgmentalism, hypocrisy, and a better-than-everyone-else attitude. The symptoms are easy to spot, but rarely does the person who suffers from CCC find help. Until now. It's called Kids Point Volunteering, or KPV. A simple once-a-week dose of KPV has been proven to completely break loose the blockages of CCC. KPV is highly addictive, and once it has been administered, some have said they can't seem to stop.
Getting started on KPV was easy. I simply signed up at Plugged In, which is available the first of every month at South Point Church. I was amazed at how quickly my CCC symptoms began to fade. It wasn't long before I realized that I wasn't able to stop. I just kept volunteering, sometimes even 3 to 4 times a month in Kids Point. With every dose of KPV, I felt the lonely symptoms of my CCC fade away.
When taking KPV, don't drink and drive. Also, please refrain from taking heroin, Xanax, crystal meth, or cocaine. Side effects may include uncontrolled giggling, tiny hugs, smiles, a warm heart, and hope for the future. KPV. Try it. Now. Now. Go take some.
And so, how did you come up with the bagel thing of this?
Well, most of the time I don't have bread.
Okay,
But
gotcha.
I always have bagels.
You always have bagels.
So you got to use what you got. You know, you can't.
Now, can you make this at home? You have to have a Blackstone. You make it on the
Oh
grill?
no, you can make this anywhere. You can
Anywhere.
make this at a campsite. You can make this in a public men's room.
Okay.
Just about anywhere you need to.
So no matter how rowdy you've been, so you could be like really out there having fun tonight, or you can sit at the house. Everything's fine.
Yes.
You can make this anywhere.
Yes.
Right. Okay. So this really is like the soup kitchen version of making something.
This
really
is.
good.
This is exactly what you need.
I
This is
love
exactly
it.
what you need.
This is what I need.
Now
Okay, I
I
got
need
it.
some of that Philly cheesesteak meat over there.
Philly cheesesteak meat.
I'm gonna
Okay,
need
I got you.
I'm gonna need a bagel.
A bagel? Okay, I'm gonna give
Here
you
we go.
this, and I'm gonna get the bagel. All right. Now, I saw this on TikTok that you don't want to tear the bagel, you want to twist it, and you get the perfect turn. Look at that. Look at that. Look at how perfect that turn is.
That's
right?
kind of torn there. I'm a little old for TikTok, but let's
Yes.
move
Okay.
on.
Okay. So I just want to throw these right down on. Is
Yes,
that the plan?
right there, right in that
face
stuff right
down.
there. Yes,
right
you
there.
got it.
I
You
love
got
it.
it.
Okay. I love it. I can deal with that. Okay. So
All right.
now for you're gonna actually be putting this out for everybody to watch, right? So we're actually gonna have like the recipe downloadable for everybody,
yes,
so
yes.
they can
Everybody
start it.
needs to try this.
Okay. Everybody needs to try it.
Now we need a little provolone cheese.
Oh, okay. I see. That's
You're gonna put that
fancy.
on there?
That's fancy. Right
You ready
there.
for that?
I am ready for that.
All
Now, I heard a joke about cheese once, right?
Okay.
You know, when you know cheese that's not yours, right?
Nacho cheese?
Nacho cheese. Have you ever heard what they say about the queso?
No.
Queso, miso, all the soup and cheese together.
Wow, you are under 30.
All right, yeah, we
let's,
try this, but we're trying to work this through. Okay, so we got that going. We got this.
Yes.
What's next? What
We
are
are
we doing
ready
next?
for this right now. We're going to
Okay.
grab a little bit of this right here, egg right
A
here.
little bit of egg, okay.
We're gonna
man,
put
that
this
is
on here.
So good. Look at that. Look at that. You know, that is beautiful. Look at that.
We're going to add this Philly cheesesteak
Oh,
right
both
here.
pieces of cheese. Yeah, I know you're a big cheese
we
guy.
lost some meat there,
Lost
but,
some
you
meat.
know.
We can load it up. I know you're a big cheese guy. Let me get a plate for this, man. This looks so good. Look at, and that is just one open-faced monster.
And we're going to use the rest of this meat for the other recipe as well.
Okay. Let's put that
there
on
you
there.
go.
All right, I'm going to cut this in half. We're going to try
You
this.
go ahead
thing
and give
real
that a
quick.
shot. And
Yeah.
I'll keep cooking.
I love it. I'm going to try this. Oh, my goodness. The crunch and push of it is absolutely beautiful. Oh, my goodness.
We're going to add a little jalapeno here.
Okay.
The following ad was paid for by our generous sponsors. Osteen Genome Project 2.0. Humans are people too.
I hope you guys are having a fantastic time at our New Year's Eve Swingin' Spectacular. The reason we popped on the screen real quick is to invite you guys to join us tomorrow at 10:15 right here in our very own kitchen.
Yep.
And what are we gonna be doing?
We're gonna be cooking.
What?
We're gonna cook some Southern healthy New Year's Day food.
What part of Southern and healthy go together?
Well, I don't know. We'll figure that out tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out then. And listen, I know that that's church time and you're thinking, oh my goodness, we gotta be there. Listen, there's not service in-house, it's right here. Not only are we cooking, I genuinely have a word from the Lord for you tomorrow morning. And so I want you to hear it. It's kicking off the new year and we're gonna start a fast and all this good stuff. So
10:15 tomorrow.
10:15 tomorrow.
Yep.
See you then. Have fun tonight.
Bye, guys.
All right, so we are getting ready to move this down. We've got a lot of stuff going. So this is the crunch wrap, though. This is the crunch wrap.
I need
okay.
a tortilla.
Tortilla. All right, now I noticed you got the extra large tortillas.
I did. Load me up with some cheese on there.
Load you up with some cheese. Okay, gotcha. A little bit of cheese.
A little more than that.
A little more cheese. He likes
Can't
it.
be
Likes it
stingy
extra
with cheese.
cheesy. I love it. Okay.
And then all you do is you grab your potatoes.
Okay.
Grab your sausage.
Man, look at that.
You grab your egg.
Look at that. This is beautiful.
Throw me a little bacon on there.
A little bacon? Oh, how about a lot of bacon?
Okay,
I'm
put a lot of bacon on
I'm
there.
a big bacon guy. How about a lot of bacon?
All right.
A lot.
Now we just go like this.
Okay.
And
this
we
is where
fold
the
this
master
in.
at work. So
Fold this in.
So this is the technique. This technique took you, it had to
Fold
be
this
3 or
in.
4 weeks to figure this out.
Oh yeah.
Like
yeah.
this is
yeah.
beautiful. Look at that. Look at that.
And that didn't go as planned, but you know what? We don't care.
That's right. That you don't need it when you've got the technique that you've got to put that on there. It doesn't even matter. You're good to go. So this is going to take. So how long, truly, if you've got all the ingredients ready, how long should this take you?
4 to 5 minutes.
Okay,
4 to
so-
5 minutes. You just want to have everything prepped and
Ready to go.
Yeah.
So really in this is, if you really are hanging out in the bathroom right now and you're just not feeling it, You just find yourself somebody that loves you enough.
Oh, that didn't crunch wrap, but
It
we'll
did
be
not
okay.
go. We'll be okay. We'll figure it out. All right, we're gonna go back to you guys in the studio. Probably like Phoebe, love you, getting out there.
Good to see you guys.
Man, that food looks really delicious. I'm gonna go ahead and get myself a snack. You guys stay right here. I'm gonna go grab that snack and we'll go into another segment of South Point on the Street.
What century was Ben Franklin president?
I'll be honest, it's been a long day, my guy.
Just
long day.
Just take a guess for me.
1800.
Correct. In what century was Ben Franklin the president?
I don't know.
Just take a guess. Any century.
The 2nd century?
2nd century? Correct.
14th. I don't know.
Correct.
20th century?
Good job.
The 19th century? 18th century?
Correct.
20th.
Correct. Real quick question. All right, so in what century was Benjamin Franklin the president?
Benjamin Franklin was never the president.
Correct. How do I tell my parents I'm adopted?
Huh?
He said, hold on, I got to trust his judgment on this one. Okay, so one question each, super simple. You ready? Well, who was the 20th president of the United States?
How many presidents do we have?
I have no idea.
You said it was easy.
How many oceans are there?
1.
Correct. Who's on the $20 bill?
George Washington.
Correct. All right, correct. Okay, next. Are you ready? Okay, here we go. Which cat likes lasagna?
None. Lasagna's nasty.
Correct. All right, you ready? Last one. Super simple. How many oceans are there?
5.
Yes. He's saying, hold on.
Come to the mall to clean it all. Everything drop and let it fall. We pick it up, pick up the cup. Yeah, I ain't gonna do no more.
How do I tell my parents I'm adopted?
I don't know. That you're adopted?
Yeah.
When they adopt you, like out of foster's care?
I guess. How do I tell them that?
You want to be my parents?
Do you want to be my parent? The suspense is where everything comes together.
Oh, Liv's on it now. Oh, okay. Hey, I'm Olivia. What's your name?
Tim.
Tim? Okay, great to meet you. Okay, what bird doesn't fly, if any?
Fly. Chicken and turkey?
True.
Yeah.
All right. Took me a minute.
I understand, absolutely. So
James Garfield.
James Garfield. Correct. Great job. Great job. That was awesome. Hey, so you know, how long does it take you to get from LA to California?
Oh, I see what you're
You see
doing.
it? It was good.
LA's in California.
It is. See, it's
No,
good.
no,
Wait,
no.
hold on. Wait a minute. What? It's beautiful. It's up. It's gorgeous. It's perfect. Oh, come on. No, don't show me. Cut to it. Cut to it. Cut to it. Cut. Stay where you're at, because right now you've been waiting for him. You know him. You love him. Give it up for the one, the only, Pastor Craig Wendell.
Happy New Year, everybody. I am so glad you're here. Now listen, I know you are as excited as I am to see the ball drop, and it's coming. It's so close. But before we step into the whole new year together here, let me think back with me for a second. Let's think like way back. Well, before you were born, before I was born. Let's go all the way back to like the 1200s, the 1300s, the 1400s. During this time period, there were these naval explorers, these adventurers, and they would load their ships down, with the supplies and the men and all that, and they would go out as far as they could. They would stay out and go as far as their tenacity, their courage, their bravery, I guess their supplies would last. And then they would return back to port, and they would draw maps for themselves and for others going again. But the maps, the part that they didn't explore, the part that they didn't make, those edges of the maps, you've probably seen this in old world maps. They would draw for those unexplored areas, they would draw like sea monsters and dragons, and they would label those areas, those unexplored areas, there may be dragons. There may be dragons, however you want to say it. But the idea was they just didn't know what was there. There was no idea. Nobody knew what was going to be there. And so they just labeled it, there may be dragons. And honestly, I think the unknown is probably one of the most scariest things, isn't it? The unknown. And we don't know what 2023 holds, but we do know who holds 2023, right? And I think even no matter what's in 2023, if it's dragons, then I believe that Jesus will be our dragon slayer. If it's smooth sailing and the waters are fine, then I believe that Jesus is going to be the encouraging wind that fills our sails so we can be propelled into the future. No matter what's coming. But I'm like you. Let's just be honest for a second, okay? I'm like you. I've heard the same predictions for 2023 that you have, major inflation, racial struggles, global warming. Oh, let's not forget political strife. We've heard all these things, and all the predictions for 2023 are gloom, despair, and agony on me, right? And let's be honest, some of those things might happen, some of those things might not happen. But no matter what 2023 holds, there may be dragons. But I think we can chart a different course for the coming year no matter what's ahead of us. Check out this verse. In Hebrews chapter 13, verse 5, I think this is just so cool, and I think it's going to really help us get through this new year in a great way. It says this, don't love money, be satisfied with what you have, for God has said, I will never fail you, I will never abandon you. Now, think about these two promises for a second. I will never fail you. I will never abandon you. Now maybe they don't work very well for course points, like setting a course forward. But I think they work really well as guardrails, don't they? Like you're just sailing along, 10 like for a second. You're just sailing along this coming year, and things start going wrong. Maybe you run into some dragons, right? Maybe there's a dragon that surfaces in your family or in your finances. There's this dragon, and all of a sudden, the problem and the issue that's in front of you becomes so daunting that you freak out a little bit. Like something happens in your family or in a relationship, and it gets a little disconcerting, and you don't really know what to do. You get a little verklempt, if you will, and then wham, you slam into this guardrail. This guardrail that Jesus says, I will never fail you. It's great when the dragon leads you to the thing that's more powerful than anything else. I mean, think about this for a second. The creator of the universe, the one who flung the stars into space, that is the one that comes alongside you and me and says, I will not fail you. I won't fail you. That is absolutely amazing. The Apostle Paul in Romans chapter 8, which, by the way, a little side note here, if you only read one chapter of the Bible, you should definitely read more than that, but if you only read one chapter, go ahead and pick Romans 8. It's a goodie. It's a goodie. The Apostle Paul in Romans 8 says this. He says, whatever comes at you, the good, the bad, the ugly, no matter what happens to you, God is so powerful. He has a way of taking every single thing and turning it for good, for your good and for His glory. That's fantastic, right? And so that helps that Jesus is, he's never going to fail us. And then you keep sailing along. And if your life is like mine, a lot of times storms blow up, right? You have these relationships that go sideways, and you have the rain of tears, right? Of just messing with us, the wind howling. And in a storm so bad, it kind of blurs your vision. It kind of blurs where you're going. And there gets a little bit of fear and anxiety, right? Because sometimes things get so out of control that we get a little scared and we don't know what to do. And all of a sudden, wham, we hit the other guardrail because we start doubting that God's even there. Sometimes a storm can blur the very one who is holding us, and we can't see what God's doing. And we start doubting whether he's even there. And we hit this guardrail where God says, I will never abandon you. I will never abandon you. And so as we go through life here, as we go through 2023, it's almost here, guys. As we go through 2023, in between these two guardrails, understanding and knowing there may be dragons ahead, but God will never fail us and he will never abandon us. And then here's what this does. Two guardrails, just like driving down the road, if you have a guardrail on each side, there's some confidence that comes in the safety of these guardrails. Let's look at the next verse, okay? I want to read both verses together just to give you the idea of what's going on here. But Hebrews chapter 13, let's read verse 5, and then we'll continue into 6. It says this, don't love money, be satisfied with what you have, for God has said, I will never fail you, right? We just talked about that. He will never fail you. I will never abandon you. So we can say with confidence, oh my God, don't miss this. The reason he gives us these two promises is because there might be dragons ahead, but it doesn't matter because we can still go forward in confidence. I am sure of this one thing. I am confident. I have a sure foundation. Everything else might be just going crazy, but I have confidence. So we can say with confidence, the Lord is my helper, so I will have no fear. What can mere people do to me? I will have no fear. We can actually go forward in 2023 knowing that there may be dragons ahead, okay, but we can still go forward without fear. Don't miss this. You were not called or meant to carry the same fear and anxiety that everybody else in the world is carrying. I know, big awkward pause. Nobody likes silence or dead space, but you got to let that sink in for a second. You were never meant or created to carry the fear and anxiety that the rest of the world carries. There are people right now in our nation that are losing their minds over different situations and topics, over different dragons, if you will. But just because there's a dragon in front of you does not mean that it needs to dictate what goes on inside of you. You can move forward without fear. No matter what dragon pops up in your family, your finances, your relationships, in your kids' lives, whatever's going on, it doesn't matter. You can go forward in between these two guardrails of God promising, I'll never fail you, and promising I will never abandon you. You can go forward in no fear. And that's my prayer for you this coming year. In just a few minutes here, the ball's gonna drop. We're gonna flip over to a brand new year. And my prayer for you and for me and for South Point, our church, is that we will move forward in the year 2023 fear-free. I love you guys, and together, come on, let's step into this new year, even if there might be a dragon or two.
Man, oh man, what a message. Oh my goodness, I want to grab a sword and slay some dragons myself. 2023, bring it on. You're not going to be able to take me down. We've got a lot going on. 10:15 tomorrow morning, Pastors Craig and Patty are going to be having Cooking with the Windows on Facebook. You don't want to miss it. And so thank you guys so much. As we get ready to close it out and get ready for this awesome ball drop, guys, it's going to be great. But we got to thank you, the crew, the staff, everybody that made this amazing production possible. Thank you guys so much for spending your last hour of 2022 with us.
All right, well, I've got just a few things to let you guys know. Do you ever wonder where your money goes that you give to South Point Church?
A few times, yeah.
So with the 2022 in review, I'm gonna tell you what we did with your money this year.
Let's do it.
All right, so the first thing, we gave $6,500 to Glow Up so that they could have 3 new AC units.
Come on, somebody.
If you don't know why we're cheering for this, it's because you've never stepped upstairs in the middle school room without AC. Whew, it was brutal. All right, next we invested $27,000 into Kids Point. Do you not know what Kids Point is? It's where you should put your kids every single Sunday because they're too loud in service. All right, and then we gave $61,000 into the new stage design.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys knew this, but behind the screens, it used to just be cloth. Now we have walls.
We got walls,
We got
y'all.
walls, baby. Woo! All right, next we did $45,000 into reclaiming the old bar.
Yeah, getting it fixed up.
It's gonna be so
beautiful.
awesome. And
Amazing.
then last and certainly not least, here's another one for Glow Up. Are you ready?
I'm ready, come on.
All right, $20,000 into expanding
That's right.
Glow Up.
It's amazing. Thank you guys so much for your irrational generosity and just loving us and loving this community. We can't wait for 2023. It's gonna be such a great time. Wait a minute. What did you hear that? Wait, hold on. What do you mean it doesn't fit? What do you no. We're gonna come to you. No. Don't touch anything. Don't touch anything. Don't touch anything. Don't touch anything. Gosh, this is awesome. This is beautiful. This is wonderful. How are we gonna get this outside?
Why don't we try putting this?
Wait. What's live? We're here. What's on the broadcast? No. What's on the monitors live to everyone? What's live out on the monitor?
Oh my goodness.
Where is everybody?
You told them to meet us. Didn't they say meet in here? Well, they got all
Okay.
this stuff set up, so it's got to be right.
I don't know. Okay, they did say the ball drop was in the front of the church.
Yeah.
And then somebody had some different ideas for a little New Year's Eve. What?
Give me some right there.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what she said.
Oh,
hey, but look, they left. Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Okay, yeah, let's
Yeah,
do
let's
But I
do
get
it.
to hold the microphone because you always hold the microphone. You're always with the microphone.
Okay,
Here,
if
you can do the clap.
If you get the microphone, I get the clapper. All right.
Okay.
So, and they left the teleprompter on. I think we.
I think we should do this.
Then
Wait.
who are you? You're gonna be.
Well, I'm obviously going to be Phoebe because everybody says she looks like me anyway. So.
Well, then who's Hal Roker? Loker? Doker?
I thought it was supposed to be Carson.
I don't know. It's always about the hair with him. Okay, but we can do this. Ready?
Okay, yes.
All right, so we'll all official.
Okay, yes.
You're Phoebe.
I'm Phoebe.
I'm Al Roker.
Okay, here we go.
South Point New Year Swinging Spectacular, take 32. Thanks for being with us this evening. What a beautiful ball drop.
Oh, it's been a great night here at South Point Church on New Year's Eve. It was executed perfectly, I might add. Such a huge thanks to our team out there.
We have the best team ever.
Yes, we do.
And so from us to you, together we say, Happy New Year!
Hey, kiss me again. Hey, what? What?
What is that light?
Oh my gosh, please tell me that's not recording.
No way.
No.
Shut the front door.
Oh no!